Hey guys, I thought I'd quickly show you how to make some cool, easy, and cheap class passes. I personally like lanyards that they can put around their neck, and then what goes in the lanyards are these cool little passes here that I printed, laminated, and then cut up and hole punched. If you like them, this is how you do it. You go to Google Drawings, which for me just means going to Google Drive, and then you go and you click this new icon. And obviously it's not one of the defaults, so you go to more and it's right there, Google Drawing. And then we wait for it to load. And the first thing I always do is I pick my shape. What do I want it to be? So I personally, let's just go with kind of what I already did. So I think I did this shape right here. And then what you also want to do so that there's not all this excess white space is once you decide how big you want it, you minimize the screen so that it'll just be full size like that. Obviously, when you print it, you can change the size, but this way it's just less white space. I title it, Class Pass. Now you could just leave it like this, but when you click it, right up here there's a little paint bucket, and you can change the color. So if you want it just white background, there you go. You want green, purple, blue, whatever you want. Second thing I do is obviously add a text box, and this is where I'm going to type, Class Pass 2021, something like that. And then you could also write, bathroom, write your room number, whatever else you need to have. Okay, now I want to change the font. I don't know what it is, but I really like Comic Sans MS. Make it bigger. I want it centered. Okay. Alright, so now the next step to me is to add the Bitmoji image. So I have Bitmoji icon right up here. I already made it a Google Chrome extension. And I go to Bitmoji. And then I can either search for something, but to save time, we'll just take, this first one here. Alright, I like Little Karate Me. But you could search for whatever image you want. Okay, that's way too big. So let's make it smaller. That's good. I also like having more pop culture if I can, so all of my passes will always say this: I solemnly swear that I am not ditching class. I have to have a Harry Potter reference. It is in my blood. And let's make that different font. Let's go a little fancy, something like that. And you can add more to it. If we look back at mine, you'll see that I have my school icon. I wrote my name and room number. I have a pass for the library, one for snacks and drinks, like if they need to fill up a water bottle, and one for the bathroom. You can do whatever you'd like. But let's say this is good enough. Then what you do, you just go to File, Print, and it will eventually load. Okay. It's going to load faster. Alright, so this might be big enough, and you sit there and spatial reasoning wise, it's going to take about a third of the page. Or you can go to more settings and go to scale, fit to printable area. That's going to make it as complete size, fit to print, custom it. You can play around with this. I personally think it should take about a third to a quarter of a page is big enough. And then you would hit print. And then I go to a teacher learning center or a copy center or whatever. I laminate them, cut them out, hole punch, and I bought a few cheap lanyards off Amazon. And that's it. That's how I make my passes.